mode also.
Is being got it.
Yes, the Facebook is loading. The echo will stop, and then we shall start yet another 70th mom. Like, awesome, beauty 70 mom. Okay, we are ready. Bhavneet, 70th mom. We have reached 70th mom. You're the 70th mom. I'm so excited that you are here. And good evening, everybody. And good morning from wherever all of you are going to join in. 70th mom, 70 mothers have been interviewed and spoken to, and they have just poured their hearts out. They are creating their pictures, their stories. 70 pages of the books have been decided. 30 more to go. And I think it's 20th today. So 10th, 11th, yeah, in another 18 days, we need to figure out how to, for me to be very proud of 100 days, 100 moms. I just have 18 more days to go. So, and a shifting of the house and many other things that's happening, but we shall do it. If it doesn't happen in 100, it'll happen in 102 days, but it's happening very soon. Bhavneet, welcome. And what a proud moment to introduce somebody like you in My Mother's a Scientist. You're the first scientist we're introducing in 70 Moms. Please introduce yourself and go ahead, and then we'll talk about your journey as a mom, as a woman, and we'll go ahead.
Yes. Thank you so much, firstly, for getting me on board in this. This is like I've seen from day one. I've been watching you, seeing all the interviews. It is like so many amazing women you have interviewed, and it's like, I told you, when I'm driving back from work, I'll just put it on and I'll just keep listening to the interviews, because it's so uplifting, so empowering, seeing so many women doing so much and them being moms along with. It's just amazing. So thanks first. And for myself, yeah. Hello everybody. I'm Bhavneet. Though my Facebook profile says Bhavneet Kaur, I am just Bhavneet. My name is somehow, I just have a first name.
Right.
This is a very thing. A lot of people ask me, you don't have a middle name, I don't have a last name. No, it's just Bhavneet. Before marriage, after marriage, it's been Bhavneet.
Right.
And I have a 7-year-old daughter. So Amira, she is sometimes my mom. It's just two of us in the house. So we sort of fill in for each other so many times. And we reverse roles. We fill in for each other wherever needed. So she's just 7, but I know she is ages ahead of herself. She's like, I can be the child, and she is more of a mature mom sometimes, and she just takes care so much. It's like sometimes you just privileged to have somebody like that in your life. I just feel maybe she is or not, I don't know, but I am.
Right. I don't see that. Of course, she is privileged to have a mother like you, for sure.
I definitely am, because she is blessed with the child like that. I was once also told by a doctor, maybe I'll tell later, that she is my miracle baby.
Right.
And professionally, I'm an aerospace engineer by profession, and I work as a scientist with our defense R&D organization, which is with the government of India. When I've been a scientist for 18 years now. So when I joined DRDO, I joined in Hyderabad, which is the hub for missile design, missile production. And it was an amazing experience working for an organization like that. You don't learn so much in college. When you go somewhere and you see a product being built from scratch and something flying, reading in the books is so different from when you just start working.
Right.
So that was my first project, where I worked on a missile design. I designed the outer shape of aircrafts. That lab, people used to ask me, it's a government job, you have a laid back time, you get all the time in the world. And I said, no, it's nothing like a government job that you think it is. Yeah. It is hardcore technical work. You sit down and do your job. that's one of the labs which has been set on the principles of our late President Dr. Abdul Kalam. He was the director of that lab at one point, and I think his vision and mission has been followed by those labs there in Hyderabad to the world. So that's why maybe we have quite a few successful projects, successful products from there. And I just had an amazing learning that happened there.
Right.
Then I had to shift here to Bangalore, and here I'm working on drone design. We design drones, not the camera wala, the quadcopters, the huge kick-ass drones. But this is also, I've been doing this for 10 years now, and it's been such a learning for me. It's in my field, we grow as we grow, we learn more.
Right.
It can't be that I know everything today. I'm a rocket scientist. I can do anything. No, you just learn every day.
Right.
And this work just keeps me going in my good days, bad days. This is something which stays with me. I'm even on a bad day, I cannot do injustice to this.
Of course.
I know, and when I go to work, I will give my 100%. That is something never goes down.
Beautiful. I mean, if drones and missiles are not exciting, what will be? If I can even, sorry, I mean, confessing, if I can even spell missile properly, I would have achieved quite a bit in life, because I definitely do a lot of mistakes in my spelling. So drones and missiles, spelling itself is a problem for somebody like me. For somebody like you to design them, of course it's exciting. It's see, my cough starts. Of course it's exciting and it's amazing. And Melanie is here. Soumya, hi. So like, you do the drawing bit, you do the technical stuff. Where are you part of it? And what's the most exciting thing that you can share? Of course, is there for you in this job? While if I cough, I'm just going to do my own mute. Just keep going.
So like in any aircraft or anything, there's a lot that goes in. I'm in the design of the shape of the aircraft, like how the missile looks, the not the aesthetics, but how it flies. It's how it looks, it flies. So I'm an aerodynamicist. I design the outer shape of the aircraft. So now, though I have worked so much, I really don't sit down and do calculations, but I handle 5 projects here, out of which there are 2 drones, 1 target aircraft. Target aircraft as in the armed forces use them for practicing. So that's target aircraft, and 2 missile projects here also. Wow. So you can say one of the leads in these 5 projects. And the most exciting is when we go for trials, when we see the thing actually made and it flies, the countdown, the excitement before that, and then everybody's just sleeping overnight at the launch pad, just getting ready for the trial. That is like the most exciting part. But I have not been able to go on a trial for quite some time, since it's just me and my daughter here. I can't leave her alone and go to the launch sites. But I really want to. I'm just planning. Maybe next time I'll call my mother here and say, just sit here. I can't take her. That's also one thing. I can't take her. I have to go on my own. So maybe next time I will, because that is, your product. You see it fly. You see it do what it's supposed to do, and that is the ultimate. Right. So I've been missing that action for quite some time, but maybe soon.
That's okay. Amara is 7 and she would be very soon grown up, and you can go back to it. And also that one of the, just a reason that I definitely wanted to get you on was also many people I've been talking to so many people across the world, and sometimes they still have the notion that probably Indian women are still in their, colorful clothes dancing, because that's the cultural thing that happens to be our, so-called visual. When you say an Indian woman, you generally think a Rajasthani woman, which is like one part of our country, dancing in colorful stuff, and there's festival and there's Diwali. And then there's a photographer here, and then we have a comedian, which I introduced recently, and now I have a scientist who works in the defense, in missiles and drones. So I was just like, we, not only in India, but across everywhere in the world, we need to break these barriers, that one, mums cannot do it. Like, that's the statement here. Like,
Yes.
Bhavneet is a beautiful mom and she's doing it. I know there's so many times that you have to be in the office, you have to do this. It's a place where nobody can enter. You go in, it's a foolproof security place, and you go there, you perform, you study, you come back, and then you listen to my interviews once in a while, and then you come back and meet your daughter. So that's what you've been doing. So it's just a proud moment that I know somebody so dear, and you're into doing all this. But you always wanted to be that. Does Amira want, like, does she know what you do? Does she understand at 7 what you do? And what is, like, her take on you being a scientist in the defense, designing all this?
Maybe she doesn't understand scientists, but she knows Mama makes drones.
No.
So that she knows, in Bangalore here, there's one near HL or somewhere, there's one aircraft there.
Yes.
And on the wings, there are 3 missiles. 2 are foreign missiles. The middle one is the one that I was a part of when I was in Hyderabad. So whenever we cross that, she knows that, Mama made that.
Is it that place which is near, you cross that aircraft, what is it called?
That place, when we are going to Yashwantpur somewhere, via Hebal somewhere.
Where there's helicopters and all also placed? No. Is that the place you're talking
No,
about?
no. It's just an aircraft somewhere in the middle.
Right. And
Yes.
it has a missile in there, and she knows that mom is designing.
She knows that middle one, that's my husband. So I was part of that project. So
Sweet. Vinu is here after a long time joining us. She knows us. Melanie's here. Debbie's here. It's so interesting that what you do, and totally breaking the norm that nobody can say a mother cannot do all these things, and living her dreams every day. So
in
here
COVID,
it is.
Sorry.
Go ahead,
In COVID, really difficult because we can't work from home. There is no way we can work from home. And the day
I remember.
school closed and daycare's closed, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I have to go to work. And it is a full-time job. I just can't manage. Thankfully, we've been managing. That's what I say, that she takes care so much that I didn't have to worry. She somehow adapted to the thing that she has to be at home and she has to take care of her online classes on her own. All the other kids are going to have their parents around for anything.
Right.
I won't be there. And she's been managing for 1.5 years.
I remember COVID. There are times when she's come to my place as well. There are times that she's dropped in Anu's place with Kabir, and it's all that love that you give, that you also have found some love in the premises. Just letting the audience know, in Bangalore, I was with her in the same apartments, and her daughter used to go to school with my son. So, I mean, she's a beautiful child, and I remember you telling me this, that in COVID, if the school shuts, because she used to be gone from 7 in the morning till at least 3:34, and then a daycare, and by the time used to be back, used to be 6.
Yes.
Right. But then just the whole day, and then never ending, and still the school is not on. So hats off to you, both of you, trying to manage it and figure it out, and hats off to her to make you feel that she is managing, because 7 is still young, and of course, from a strong mother, we ripple down a strong child, for sure. And so going on from there, like this whole self-portrait movement, you've been watching it. First, let's hear what you've been watching. What is it that inspires you to put it on after work of designing drones and missiles? You switch on this. You've been telling me, I think, quite a bit of time, that I switch it on and I listen to your interviews, in the car when I'm driving back. So what excites you being a scientist totally to this world of mothers? What is it that resonates with you? Um,
One is I like to meet new people. I like to listen to new stories. I just enjoy when I listen to new people talking about their life experiences. You just, for me, everything becomes a learning.
right.
And not for me, I think for everybody, it's everything is a learning. You learn not just from your life experiences, you learn from everybody's. And
Right.
these are out there doing different types of jobs, different types of talents, and uh, they have learned so much in their lifespan till now. So if I can catch a little bit from there, anything goes in my head. I learn from those experiences, and it's just sometimes a very happy moment to even them after a hectic day. Um, it is actually it's become some kind of a stress buster for me. The way the moms come out and they're talking about their lives, just that, even if whatever the content is, just that, it becomes very happy moment for me, which I've come to enjoy. I don't want it to end. No, I'm sure you want it to go over, means it has to come somewhere, the product.
A lot of people are lighting that to me. What after 100? You just got
Yeah.
used to coming you up like continuous 100 days every day. What out of 100? Some people are messaging me who are not tuning in the interview because they see announcement, they see an interview. They see announcement, they see interview. Sometimes they do 2 interviews in a day. Announcement, interview, just continuously going on for the last so many days. And they've been telling me that, are you an interview? Like, are you a TV show artist or what are you doing? I said, no, I'm a photographer and I'm just doing it for 100 days. So they're like, oh, this is not forever. I was like, no, this is not forever. Yes, I'm tagging 70 and it'll be 100 and we will stop there, but I don't know because something is waiting at 100 for us to take this further. And just today in the morning, I was speaking to somebody. I was like, I need to plan what after the 100th mom, because yes, there's a lot of work because taking this book out is not easy. The book work and things are lining up, design, paper to be used, what quantity should be, like what could be the weight so that it can be couriered nicely, getting the stories, editing it, so many moms emotions coming together. Then the courier service and how will it reach them, what else can we do, I want to handwrite something, and so a lot of stuff going on, but that's back end. So I'm just been getting a lot of messages saying that, like, are you going to do something in front end or just going to leave? So something will happen. I don't know what. How do we do this? Universe will show me the way to go ahead after these 8th or 9th of November. I think we should be 100 moms. And do you believe, like, you've been there since beginning, and the whole thing of, here's this one confident scientist who's going and she is creating missiles and drones. Does the camera scare her? Does she think a lot of time? Does the chatter surround her when the camera comes and points at her?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. I can definitely say that the camera is more powerful in scaring people than this thing. So let's talk about that. And even it happened yesterday. We had a beautiful musician, Saskia. I mean, they are so in tune with the music is just unbelievable. What kind of music they play. They are some other level, and they are like one of the top musicians in this country. And when I asked her, so I hope the musician part in you has solved the self portrait image and everything. Like, no, not at all. So like somebody who's so tuned with spirituality, so that's why this project is getting me more and more finding out what is it, like what sits in us and what is that scares you as well. And I'm going to ask this to an army officer as well. I'm very inquisitive to ask an army officer mom as well one day, maybe somewhere here. So what's the thing with the chatter? Why do you think it happens?
Oh, I don't know when it was. If it's my work, if I'm presenting my work or nothing, there's nothing there then. even if I'm on a stage, I'm giving a lecture or something, nothing comes because I know I'm talking my work. Here, that you don't get you're not sure sometimes as a mother or as a woman, how are you doing? I know as my when it comes to my work, I am 100% sure. For anything else, I keep wondering,
Right.
am I doing it right, or can I do better, or am I giving my best?
Right.
Right or wrong, I don't know, but am I giving my best?
Right. That's all of us are blessed with that kind of a question.
Yeah, am I? No, so that's a constant thing. So here, it's that me
Right.
who is not sure if I'm doing my 100% in the other areas,
Right.
except my work. Sometimes, like with my daughter, I feel um, me not deciding to stay in France with her father. Maybe, am I doing something wrong? Am I being judged for it, or am I, thinking about myself? Is that opening um, a discussion for people or gossip for people? Even here, when I think I've hardly said openly that I'm a single mother. I don't know what people think. I don't know what people see me as. When I'm at work, I know what they see me at. Anywhere else, people don't ask, but I'm sure it's just they keep wondering what's happening. So I'm not sure so many times to come up and say so many things. Maybe the first time I've said it here that
A lot of moms which have said many things for the first time because it's time to liberate ourselves from all these things that has like no way any place in our world, and we keep them so close to our heart. It just doesn't need to be so close to our heart. This just doesn't belong here. And I think that's what this movement is bringing. Just another shade of mother, nothing else. Single, gay mom, you know divorced mom, like multiple mom, 6 children mom, 12 children mom, mom who's okay. Like, I just can go on and on.
yeah.
Just another shade, like just another shade of mother. Leave them alone. And that's why this project is going very close to my heart, because I'm just like, we have to get this community going up to say some things don't belong in our hearts anymore. We can't keep a heavy-hearted soul and keep moving what world will think. Because the more we do it, the more we just keep going down and stop ourselves from shining and emerging and doing so many things that otherwise, if we uplift, easier said and done. But somebody, somewhere, some project had to start. Because what I'm talking about now is just not about dropping the judgments. I'm also talking about aligning yourself to the mother pulse, right? The mother pulse I've been talking about, it knows when to leave what it doesn't belong towards. It just knows that this is toxicity, this is poisonous, it needs to go away because it doesn't align with the mother pulse. It has a job to do. It has a pulsating pulse, like a pulse is there, which needs to be alive for kids to go ahead to make the future generation. It doesn't have time to listen to what the world has to say. It doesn't have that time. It has too much responsibility and hence a lot of power as well to discard all that's not needed. So a big hug to you for taking that courage to even say it today, in spite of the fact that we know a lot of people around here. I've spoken about my mom for the first time in 40 years because I have relatives who loved me, but I always had a fear that, because I was so loved, they all will think that, oh, she still is, not satisfied. And look at her, she's going on and on about it. And I never spoke about it, but I speak about it now because time has come to pick it up and just release it. And that's what we've done. And I told Faida ji this in her interview, that usually it's at the gunpoint. We release things at the gunpoint because
Yeah.
we're getting into depression, we're getting so rock bottom.
Yeah.
Then some gunpoint of a situation comes and we're like, if we don't do anything about it right now, we are gone. But this is different. This is like we're collecting it and releasing it like balloons and saying, gone, you're gone. We don't need you anymore. And So just to let you know, this is a safe place to know, and you're so incredible. You're just so incredible. And all I was trying to ask you also was that this is all the chatter, like, you realize that we didn't even speak about the chatter about the picture. Whenever I ask this question, so much starts coming out from women. We don't say, it doesn't end at, oh, I don't look nice, and maybe this thing is like, I'm not worth it, I'm not good, maybe something else, I'm not confident. And that is what's stopping us from showing in front of the camera and hence showing up in the world and going crazy with so much fear. And as I just told you something, let me also say it uh, publicly as well, because I want to say this. What I just told you before we started the interview, that I just got some random link saying that, hey, is this you? And there were these signs of crying and a shocking sign and something, and it seemed that maybe and probably it could be just a hacker sending me a thing through somebody, but maybe probably somewhere somebody's used my some video in some porn site, tried to click it, and then it was just taking me to here and there, and I'm like, forget it, you enjoy whatever it is, it's not me, it's somebody else, it might be just my face. And even that doesn't scare me anymore because it's not me, and that's what this project has done to me. You can send me something, you can release it in the public. When it's not me, it's just not me. It does not matter. And I am telling you this because it just happened today. And I just opened and I'm like, really? I mean, really? Are you really talking about my pictures or videos being used somewhere in the wrong porn site or something? Well, that's so just letting you know that it's a safe place. So, all this while with Amira, you being a mom of, and like you keep going, you keep moving forward. What do you like? Where do you see yourself moving forward? Like, here is Bhavneet, who's taken this incredible story of hers, released it in the world, saying, "I am one of the 100 incredible moms in the world." How does it feel? How does it feel to you when? How does it feel opening that book? And then let's talk about that for you.
Very surreal. I don't know. It feels unreal, actually. That sometimes you don't give yourself that much credit. You're so rushing through life. You sometimes forget to just stop, pause, and think who you are. Uh, you keep admiring other people. We forget to admire ourselves sometimes.
Right.
You actually are showing us that mirror.
Right.
You know that. Yeah, that's we are. It's not that I don't like myself. I somehow enjoy myself a lot. I hold myself in a higher space in my head.
Right.
I do. But then in the rush of the life, you just forget. Sometimes maybe you need to see. So I just felt when you said that you want me to be a part of this, I felt, there'd be a book one day. And when I open it, somewhere in there, it'll be me.
Yeah.
However I looked, it really doesn't matter how I would be looking at that point. The way I'm looking right now, I've not been very confident when my hair started falling post-COVID. It took me by shock because I love taking my pictures. Though I don't post a lot on social media, but I love taking my pictures. And then my hair started falling. I was like, oh my God, that is like an integral part of me, my hair. And 90% of it was gone. And it's going back, thank God. But I'm just saying that though I'm feeling so not confident in my look right now, but when I thought about the book, I didn't think what I'll be looking like, whether I'll be looking pretty or not. And I'll be looking, will I be having amazing hair or not? No, that was not the thought that came. So it's so superficial that I keep thinking about my hair nowadays. But when it came to the book, that's not the thought. The thought was that, it'll be me there. And it'll stay.
Yeah, forever.
It'll stay. Yeah, it'll stay. So, when Amira grows up and she opens the book, and whenever she sees, it'll be there. And I'm sure she'll have that proud moment about me. I don't know where I will be. I'm hoping I would have grown more.
You such goosebumps, and that's what I want for these moms, to feel that worth, to be able to be that page in the living book, a living story. And when you're saying it, like, it's getting me so emotional because I don't know what will happen when I see the book in my hand. And it's and for each mom to hold that thing and that story, that's like that's me, and I've expressed it to inspire the world.
Yes.
Right? So the pulse, again, go back to aligning yourself with the pulse, the story, to make a better future. And I also feel that many things will open for these 100 moms. I just have a feeling, and I just think all the like just who has to be here is here, because these are the ones who are needed to brush it and put it right there to the world and take it ahead. So it's a total honor to have you, Bhavneet. And I've always admired your gentle soul. I've always admired the fact that you're such an achiever, but so humble. You always come up with a big smile. You're always laughing at my silly, like even if I'm trying to crack a joke, you can laugh at it, and I'm bad at it. My sense of humor is not so great. When I was trying to, interview Purnima, I was trying to really hide the fact that my sense of humor is very bad. So I was trying to be.
Enjoyed that interview because I believe I have a very good sense of humor, though I didn't crack any jokes today.
Laughed in the comments.
Yeah.
I have it's not that I have a bad sense of humor, it's just that I don't understand jokes a lot of times. So that's what Rohit told me, my husband. He just told me that really you are actually going to interview a comedian, you will actually understand her jokes, because a lot of time the joke is over and I'm still trying to understand that what actually happened and why is everybody cracking up. And that's the look that like I made fun of a lot, because somehow. So I like the fact that you enjoyed it, and but the fact that you whenever I met you, I always felt very, very warm. And of course we didn't get a chance to meet. COVID happened, and I met Amira more than I met you, for sure. And it's been a privilege to have that child as well. So if I ask Bhavneet's dream, what is Bhavneet's dream? Like when Bhavneet dreams, what does she dream about?
As I told you, when I came back from France, I didn't join back Equal Sky because I saw it was in very good hands.
First, what Equal Skies, before we talk about your dream? What is Equal Sky? Because you're a co-founder of Equal Sky as well. So
yes, almost 2010 sometimes we had I had just come to Bangalore and I just somehow had a feeling that I want to do something. It was mostly in the education field. I had a feeling that I want to do something to help the underprivileged kids for education. And somehow it just, as I believe in science and I believe in how the universe aligns, it just so happened that somebody called in for a meeting for that anybody who wants to get into some kind of social work, let's just meet up and let's just think what we can do. So 15-20 people turned up. We had a meeting, but then finally it was just 4 of us, and we decided to start with a very small thing. We have a big apartment complex here, so many people, and just we thought people get newspapers every day. Just by getting those newspapers and selling those newspapers, we'll get a lot of money. Start using it for getting kids into schools who should not be on the roads and should be in schools, getting that basic education. So that started from there. 3-4 years, I think it was just the 4 of us, and it was a lot of work, but it was something I had been wanting to do. Something, because this is something that came from my grandmother, who was a social worker, who was like this strong, kick-ass lady who would just knock on any government office, any school, any organization. If she wants to help somebody, she will not care what Samne wala is thinking. She just go there, be on a protest, and get the job done. Simple things like some farmer will end up showing at her place. People who just randomly come to her place and say, this is my problem, can you please solve it? So some farmer just came up and says, then I want a loan for my thing. The bank is not giving me loan. Then my dad was a managing director in an agricultural bank. So my grandmother, she'll just go and sit outside my dad's office. And my dad used to say that, she embarrasses me so much. And, sometimes I've seen fights between my mom and my dad, but my grandmother will not care. Being a Punjabi mother-in-law, not thinking that this is her daughter's husband and I should not be doing stuff like that. She will not care. Her husband was a civil services officer. Her brothers were all politicians. So she would take advantage of every office she could go to. She would just knock on the doors and say, I want this work done for this guy. That was like always, I just looked up to her. It's like, how she doesn't care what anybody's thinking. She wants to help somebody, she will do it.
Yeah.
And I just somehow wanted to do something. And this is how it started. So this is how our small organization started. And now it has become pretty big. We are supporting 75 kids already. And now there are so many other, and we take, we are facilitating, making it easier for others to also adopt children for education. So it's a dream that, little small, like a small baby, just grew, and now it's big. There's so many things happening and so many volunteers now. Shantini, so many volunteers. So after I came back from France, I thought, okay, now it's in a good space. There are a lot of people taking care of it. I don't want to get back in. But I wanted to do something else. But that thing of coming back and settling in, and then COVID, and it just hasn't happened. So maybe I needed a push for that to happen.
Right. And
it has to start now.
And are you blaming the push on me, Bhavneet, by any chance?
Yes. I needed it because sometimes you just get too comfortable, even if that dream is there in your head that okay, this is done, somebody is taking care of it, let's try something. There's so much to do.
Oh yes,
so much to do. There's something I can contribute in, and I have not been doing for the last 2.5 years. I'm going to start now. I'm going to start thinking what I need to get my head into, and I have to start. So that's one thing I've been wanting to do, and I have to.
It just makes me literally cry. Like, I've decided not to cry in interviews like that. But what you're just saying, it's unbelievable. And the story of your grandmom, like, that's the ripple effect I'm talking about. The mother pulse. The mother pulse takes charge. The mother pulse alignment is not a weak thing.
Yes.
She just knows what to do when she knows what to do. It does not matter. Nothing matters. And your grandmom was aligned to it. And then now you took it from her. And I mean, Equals Sky is a big initiative in Prestige Shantiniketan. I have donated many times bags full of stuff, Equal Sky coming, newspapers, and everything. And Amira, your daughter will take it way ahead. She needs to see you back because I think she was very young when she saw you active. And just because you saw your mom, one day Amira might be in a book and say, you know what, my mom was totally crazy, and she would put the whole world upside down to bring this change around the world. And that's the thing we need to, pass it on to. Like, that's what Shaurya thinks, that I'm just doing some saving of some mothers. I don't know what his whole thing is, but he is getting aligned. He is totally getting aligned because he's all around listening to all the stories. Sometimes he's just doing something and he's listening, and I worry that he's listening, but I know that right now he's absorbing, and he is going to remember. Something will come to him sometime saying that my mom was talking to this mother, and he's recently told me that, just can you just tell your mothers that I can also interview well, because he was trying to interview somebody. And at the age of 8, if we can gift that to them, we should not be worried about them when they grow up, because only good will come out of that. And I think uh, I'm glad that this project, I've been blamed many times for pushing people, many times in all of my 40 years of life. Glad that this push came again, and today you've decided to go back, because they need you. They need a person like you, the heart like yours, Bhavneet. And I can't even tell you that through this interview, there's been an emotional wave under me, because I see a very powerful woman emerging very soon. Like, I do see it, and I totally am with you. This community is with you. We will rise together, and your dream is beautiful. And if anything I can do to make this dream come true, we will do it. We will do that. So thank you for being you, Bhavneet, and thank you for being such a superstar. And I'm so proud of what you do, and total love of Myra as well. So we have lots of people in comments. Cynthia's there. So I think we'll have to go back. I this time forgot my comments, people, because I was so involved in what you were saying. So everybody's here. Soumya is here. Vinu is there. Vinu is saying you deserve the success and more. Bhavneet, thank you, Shika, for including her in the book. Iti is there. You guys are amazingly beautiful. Deepika is there. I don't know Deepika. Deepika is showing up for the first time. Melanie is there. Thank you, Melanie. Soumya is there. Cynthia is there. And many people. And Debbie is also there. Debbie is also there. Sonika is there. So thank you so much for coming in the comments and just lighting this up. Wasn't this beautiful? My 70th mom. I just so wish I can just give a big hug to Bhavneet.
Oh, I would love that.
I would love that too. All right, time for us to go back to our daily lives as mums, and we shall go off live, and then we will. I will reply to all these. I think Bhavneet will also. We'll reply to all these comments that I totally ignored today for sure. But I still love you guys. So we're going off live. Thank you so much for being here, Bhavneet. The work starts now. The picture starts now, and the story will just start. So let's see where we reach. Yeah.
We'll do that.
Take care. Have a good night. But don't go off. I'm going to just go off.